Hi everyone, this is Angela. I hope that you guys have been good and groovy since the last time you saw me. Let me get a little closer. Don't be shy. Hey, how you doing? All right, so welcome to today's video. Um First, thank you to my new subscribers. I'm seeing more of you. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I truly appreciate it. Watching my channel grow gives me so much joy because making these videos comes from my heart. I really enjoy it. All right, so just let me get real comfortable. Um, and maybe I'll turn off the air. Let's see, hopefully I don't get hot. Hopefully there's not too much background noise. So, Moldavite. I want to talk about Moldavite some more because my Moldavite keeps calling to me. So this is what had happened. What had happened was, so I had a dream last night. I had a dream. Can she get serious? I had a dream last night, and I don't know exactly everything what the dream was about, but it was my Moldavite came to mind again, and there's so much going on. There's so much going on. I feel cosmically in tuned. I'm just gonna spit all this stuff out just because it hopefully it'll lead. So the video. For some reason, sometimes I want to call my dreams videos. I think I want to call them videos when they're so vivid that I remember them so much. So I used to have. There was a period of time right around 2012. Was it 2012? Sometime between 2012 and 2015. It wasn't 2012. It was like 2015, 2016. I'm thinking about the apartment that I was living in at the time, and I was having consistently cosmic dreams, and they were astral projecting. There were dreams. I don't know why I can't talk because there's so much information that I feel like I want to download to you guys. So sometimes I astral project at night, and I've been doing this my whole life. I used to do it as a kid constantly. Hopefully you guys know what astral projecting is. If you don't, let me know in the comments down below and I'll make a video about astral projecting. So when I recall a dream where I've been astral projecting, it's a completely different experience and feeling, like I can feel it. So for like maybe a summer straight or a year straight, I can't recall because, dreams can start to feel timeless. I was astral projecting, and there were certain places that I was going. And one night, this is the first really cosmic thing that I've ever talked about ever to anyone. I don't think I've ever talked about this to anyone, and it's related to this Moldavite. I had a dream that left my body, and I went up and up and up. And as I was going up, now this is several dreams put together, but this is a synopsis of what I experienced. I saw a great war happening in the sky. Are you with me? Are you staying with me? And it was real time. I knew that this was happening now. I did not expect to talk about this. I knew that this was happening in real time. And it was real freaky because as I'm moving, it was clear as day. It's as clear as me sitting right here looking at the sky and thinking, oh, how did I not notice this before? Look at all this shit going down. And it was just like this great sort of battle. And I knew it had to do with us and our souls here on the planet. I don't know how I knew that, but I had these dreams for a long time. I went aboard a ship. I can't believe I'm talking about this and how it relates to my Moldavite. I'll get there. There was a ship that I went to that was empty, and it was like a sky base. It was like a floating sky city, not that large. And I went there and I witnessed it. Then I went like at warp speed, but at the time felt like I was going through this long tunnel, and that I knew that I was going, how do I say, light years away. Like this was light years away. I was going, it was a different time, it was a different planet. And I get to this planet and I see this city that had been through a war. And the atmosphere was green. But it was just like, it was just as normal as our sky being blue. The sky there was green. It didn't feel wrong, but it just, that's what it was. And I took a look around, and I remember waking up the next day and thinking to myself, this reminds me of 9/11 somehow, like this, like that there had been an attack, right? And then I shot back. I got pulled back. If you've ever been astral projected, or you've ever done the astral projecting, sometimes you can get pulled back, like you're about to wake up, or something wakes you up and you get pulled. And I remember being yanked. So I've had those experiences a lot. I don't know why I went to that specific scene, but there was one dream, one astral projection that I just now understood for the first time, and this is going to be really freaky. And I don't really know what it means yet, but so the dream. I remember feeling like I was on planet Earth, but I was in the atmosphere. And there was another planet that had come into our orbit. This would have been within the last 3 years. So maybe around 2016 I had this dream. It had come into our orbit, and I was at a vibration where I could leave and go to this other planet, and I could transfer. And I decided to do that. I was doing that, and it felt right. But when I was almost on this other planet, right? And as I got there, I started thinking about my family, very specifically about like my core close group of family and a couple of friends that I was leaving behind. And it felt so sad, and then I began to get filled with fear, and I was like, I don't want to leave them behind. Oh my gosh, where is this that I'm going? I don't know what this other world is. I don't know if this is really good for me. And so I chose to stay. And then, I also had this feeling of, okay, this opportunity is lost. You made your choice. You decided to stay here on this planet instead of going to that planet. And I have a feeling of what it means, but I'm not 100% sure. So part of it is like, as we've been ascending, there, I've heard through, the grapevine of those of us who are light workers and who are awakening, that there will be a time where we make a choice, a conscious choice to either ascend or to stay here. And I remember, and I had this thought as a kid. Now this is going to sound really creepy and freaky, but I had this thought as a kid, and I told my sister this, that for some reason I felt like, with no ego, because I thought this as a kid, that I was one of the chosen people, and I would have to leave everyone that I know and love behind at one point. And I remember it feeling with me with absolute fear and dread, because I don't want to leave anyone behind that I love, right? One day I happened to be watching Futurama, and Futurama is created by the same dude to do The Simpsons, and The Simpsons, the show is long known to be prophetic. There are a lot of things that have gone down that people say, was in the show. Like the most iconic is the scene where Trump, way before Trump was even heard of running for president, is going down this escalator on The Simpsons, and he's waving on the campaign trail, and that scene played out in real life years later. On Futurama, there was this cartoonist, and I like that cartoon from time to time. I do like cartoons, don't judge me. And I haven't watched it in a long time, but there was a moment where they were on this other planet, and these two planets, the orbits had come so close that one of the characters was able to jump from one planet to the other. That popped into my head yesterday. So the Moldavite. I don't know why, but I woke up once again, because I decided to put my Moldavite to the side, right? And then I thought, okay, I think I should meditate with it, and then, I'll sleep with it by my side at night, and then I'll leave it at home during the day. But something told me yet again it's time for me I need that Moldavite on me, and it had to do with my vibration, and it had to do with this other planet. Now, either this other planet can be a metaphor for me answering my calling and be willing to move and ascend to the next level, or it could just be as cosmically correct as there being another planet in orbit, which some people do believe is happening right now. And it's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to ascend or not. And I think it's kind of a combination of all of those things. I think with this channel, and there's so many people who are awakening right now, if you've come across my channel, then you are at a place in your life where it is time for you to make a choice on what you're going to do with your life, how you're going to live, how you're going to vibrate, and how you're going to affect positive change on this planet. And that's where I have been. And I had still been wavering and dilly-dallying and having my foot over here and wanting to be there. But I finally am in a place where I'm willing to answer the call completely and not worry anymore about anyone else, because everybody else is going to be taken care of, because we all have the same choice. We all have the same choice, and because it's free will, right? So I am answering my call and doing everything that I can to release myself from old karma, constantly forgiving myself, constantly forgiving those who have hurt me, and allowing myself to be lighter and brighter. And so the Moldavite, so I came across a video today. So this morning I decided to, it was the first thing after I got up and said my thank yous, I got this image of my Moldavite, and I got this image of this other planet. So I don't know if you guys have heard of Planet X and Nibiru, but there was a connection, and I decided to Google Nibiru and Moldavite. And what I came up with was really loose, but what I did discover is that a lot of other countries are talking about Planet X and Nibiru in the news, but we're not here in America. So what I'm talking about may seem far out to a lot of you guys, but Nibiru, look it up. Look at world news, and some outlets are talking about this, and other places on the planet. And so I Googled all that, but I finally came across this video of this guy who's using his Moldavite, and it resonated with me. He's been using his Moldavite to meditate. And I thought, well, maybe the negative experiences that I've had with Moldavite, I knew part of it was Moldavite will help you manifest more what you need as opposed to what you may want, because it's about raising your vibration. But also, I didn't really go into having this Moldavite with any kind of intention. So I decided to have it today, and I am going to start using it with my manifestation. So there are no coincidences, right? So I just ran through my old journal. It's old now, the journal that I bought in April. It's completely filled, my gratitude journal. So I wanted to buy another one. And now part of my gratitude journal, and part of my journey in general in changing my vibration to money, is really honoring my money and honoring my time as currency and using everything to invest. And so I'm recognizing that as a Leo, I love luxury, and I love really nice journals and all of these things. And I was like, okay, I don't need to go and spend a whole lot of money on a journal. They have them at Walmart. I can go get something practical for a couple of dollars, and I did. And this is what I ended up buying, this really pretty lime green. Now I'm not a neon person. I'm a soft muted tones person, but I'm determined to be responsible for my money and how I use it, and not being unnecessarily lavish, because I'm just because that's what I'm doing. And I immediately in my mind thought I should get the green one. My choice was green, yellow, and red. Now I'm talking all about this because I'm very aesthetically inclined, and part of my intuitive and empathic nature is color. Colors have a lot of meaning. When I do emotional readings, I don't really think what I'm doing are aura readings. I think I'm giving emotional readings, and my language, my psychic language are colors and patterns and waves. Where a lot of people see certain images and symbols, I see colors, but they're not necessarily always auras. Sometimes they are, and sometimes they're not. And I was really reluctant to get this because it's a harsh color for me, and it's not something that I resonate with. Like, my power color is a really soft, pretty pink. I'm a pink girl. Pink lips. You can't tell in this video they look tan or brown, but my nails are like a soft rosy pink. I'm just a pink person, a pink girl, and pink radiates with me. But I was like, okay, following my intuition, and it just so happened to be, I looked up what green was, and green is really great for manifesting, and it's really great for the law of attraction, and it's really great for money and abundance. Go figure. And the Moldavite is green, and then all this stuff just started to line up today with this green. I was like, okay, I'm doing it. And so now I have this new journal because I wanted to. There's been an energy shift, right? We're now in moving into the middle of summer. We're going to start moving it, to the latter part. And there's been a shift. And for me, it's, this dedication to being right with my money and attracting what I need. My YouTube channel is slowly growing. Or not slowly, my YouTube channel is growing. And all these things are happening. And now I'm focused more on the law of attraction. Because I noticed I watch a lot of channels, and there seems to be stages that people go through in this awakening, where you just recognize who you are, maybe as a light worker, maybe just as an enlightened being. You start to understand gratitude and how that works with the law of attraction and how they work hand in hand. Then you start really working with manifestation, and then you start to recognize that even though everybody wants to say Kanye West was crazy, that we're gods, we are co-creators, we are gods and goddesses, and that we can really create the lives that we want for ourselves. And so there's this sort of ascension that happens. And so I'm in this space now, just recognize I'm in this chapter of the law of attraction. And even the way my videos are going to start going, I think you will notice a shift, because I feel the shift. So I'm back on my Moldavite journey. I have it with me. I'm wearing it. And I honestly don't feel as crazy as I did the last time that I had it, because there was no intention. There was no focus. When you are manifesting, it's all about the emotions that you have and staying clear. For an empath, it can be really difficult sometimes to monitor your emotions and to get control over them. For me, it's always been really freeing to just let my emotions do whatever they want to do. That's always been the way I've sort of dealt with being an emotional person who feels everything. I've just been like willy-nilly, but now I understand how important it is for me to be grounded. And so that's that. So I'm back with the Moldavite. I am using it as part of my meditation, and I plan to get to more. I'm hoping that when I go to New York, I'm going to be in New York and Chicago next week. Hey, world tour. So I may look for some Moldavite. Because in a bigger city, I'm sure it'll be easier to get. I want to go and see it and touch it. I don't want to buy anything online. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I decided, I hope, you guys, it seems like everybody's liking that last Moldavite video that I had where my hair is a little bit longer. I took the fake hair out. I think I might put it back in for New York. I'm really, really feeling my hair texture. I've never let my hair grow long enough to really see what I'm working with, and it's really cool. I've got, it's nice. I'm enjoying it, so I hope you like it too. All right, guys, I love you so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. Peace and blessings. Take care. Bye.